What's going on, everybody? It's Childish. We're back at it again, coming at you with another Summoner's War video. In today's video, we finally take a look at my GB12 team, talk about some things to consider while building a similar team like this, and then give you guys that pro tip at the end of the video. It's not really a pro tip, I just want to put it out there, but it is a tip that it will definitely help you out because I know some of you guys have overlooked this here. So first and foremost, the thing that was basically holding me back and showing this scheme is I wanted to do something different for the Summoners War community. My original idea for this was to basically take all the different YouTubers that have been, going, super try hard on putting on those GB12 videos for you guys right away. And there was like literally 4 to 5 teams out there for the beginner free-to-play community, or free-to-play obtainable teams here that were basically yielding me a minute 30. So I was like, okay, well, I'll show all these teams, throw them up in a little grid and see which ones could be the best, right? Well, funny enough, like a day before we recorded, Senpai Shambi happened to join the stream and is like, Childish, why do you got that friend in that spot there? Why don't you just take that out, put the win BPK, and I guarantee that's going to work better, regardless of what your runes are. I'm like, okay, we're going to throw it in. And of course, to my surprise, we literally get our first run. We literally get a sub 1 minute run. So now we're kind of working around this and building from this here. Now, funny enough, though, this is not, 100% consistent. There is a lot of room for improvement. So I'm actually going to show you guys all the fails that are currently in my lineup and let you all know, some things to improve if you're looking to build a similar team to this. So the first thing that you consider is the Lucian damage. Is it enough, right? Is your Lucian enough? Can it do enough damage here? If it is, you definitely want it to follow through after your win BPK so you can clear the wave and utilize Orochi, Lauren, and Crow for that mid boss here. So like right now, if Orochi had that skill 3 and Crow hadn't gone earlier, then it would have been really nice to go ahead and take advantage of his ability there, because he could definitely have done a lot of damage to that boss and potentially get, through this one really, really fast here. Now, one of the things that I have seen people do as well, if they don't have like a lot of damage, with their Lucians here, is messing around with a unit like Sigmaris to be able to freeze those units here with his AoE ability. Or if you have a Win BBK like myself, as you can see, I'm actually rocking the Despair set here, taking advantage of what just happened right now, trying to lock down some of those units here that might cause some issues if I can't clear the waves, right away here. But those are two things that I definitely have helped me out here. Obviously, I need to, work on my speed tuning. I need to work on my overall rune quality. And again, that pro tip that we're going to throw at the end of the video here will definitely help you out if you guys are running into certain situations like myself. Now, as you can see right here, the composition was supposed to enable Crow. That's why we're using the Lauren Orochi combo here, but of course my Crow got wrecked, so we can't show it at its finest thing. And generally, my Crow will be alive, do that scar damage, and we'll basically get anywhere from like 100 to 150k. I think almost taking away like little over half the health here. But yeah, go figure. This run literally goes as worse as it can. But I kid you not, guys, my average on this one is about 101. And to be perfectly honest with you, I generally have 2 to 3 units die. But that was the issue that I was running into. That's why I was a little scared of my composition early on, because I would run Fran. Fran would be basically keep the majority of my units alive. And, we were getting that consistent minute 30 clear. But even after taking out Fran and throwing Win BBK in and, losing a unit here or a unit there, I have a couple of fail safes in this composition between Crow or Orochi that allow me to essentially like get the win, even if I lose a couple of units here. It's rare that I lose a couple of units and I just can't finish out the run right away here. So it's a really consistent run. But again, I need to do a little bit more testing. I got a lot of things to improve, but overall, it's pretty good. And I'm going to show you guys the runes here. My runes are definitely not top tier. So this is my Lucian here. Again, this is one of my fat Lucians, not really a fat Lucian, but this is one of mine, okay? Don't judge me. I need a lot of work on the rune quality, but this is the one that I'm using right now. And like I said before, if I was able to improve that speed to get it to go faster than some of my other units here, I definitely would be able to utilize that in combination with the Win BBK so that I can go ahead and clear those waves. And like I said before, set up that Orochi, Lauren, Crow combo, right? Crow, again, you guys have seen this in every single video that I do. We're using a broken set on this one, attack or damage attack on this one. Does a pretty good job here, pretty reliable with the amount of accuracy that we're rocking here. Orochi, definitely a weak Orochi, if I may say so. But again, it is what it is. I got a lot of room for improvement. It looks like apparently I got a few more skills to throw in there. I'm pretty surprised that I haven't maxed this one out here. But again, my goal was to make sure I got skill 3 maxed out so I can use that one as much as possible here. Definitely need some artifacts on this. Now, Lauren hasn't changed at all. Sadly enough, I don't know why I don't have any artifacts out here, but funny enough, this is going to tie really good into the next talk that we're going to talk about, that tip at the end of the video here. that you guys can make fun of me now that I'm looking at my lore here, right? And then Win BBK, again, that is spare set, just running the attack build on this one. If I had the opportunity to, I definitely would play around with a little more crit damage on this one if I had the critical rate to back it up, because again, it is there. He does have that AoE there on skill 3, so that will be able to bring those units down a little bit more, especially if your Lucian can't do enough to clear the wave, right? So the pro tip that I want to go ahead and throw your way is that I see a lot of people doing what I've been doing. I've been looking at some of my units, putting these artifacts on it, and you're like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna wait for that perfect artifact that has every single thing that I'm looking for, and that might be good for your mana resources, right? But there's a couple of situations, like for in this situation here for GB12, where maybe that attack bump that you can obtain from your 2 artifacts here will be able to give you that bonus to get you past that threshold to clear those waves here, right? So if you got a Lucian right now and you try to use Lucian here for a speed run, but you're like, oh man, I can't do anything to improve it, but you have no artifacts here, I would recommend getting yourself some artifacts, and if you have the money, go ahead and level these up. I mean, I need to take this up to plus 12, honestly. I've been a little bit low on my mana, but if I had the chance to, I would take it up to plus 12. And for units like Lucian, I would actually take it up to plus 15, because when it maxes out, it actually gives 100. And when we think about a unit like this, that's basically relying upon the highest amount of attack possible, high crit rate, high crit damage here, I will definitely be able to take advantage of that, as that will give me a nice little boost to go ahead and clear those waves here. So again, guys, I know that these artifacts are super expensive, but in certain situations, I do find it extremely valuable to go ahead and put on those artifact runes, even if it doesn't have the best substats here. For some of these units that are heavily relying on ignore defense to clear waves or to do massive amounts of damage, I feel like you can make an argument to just slap a flat attack 1 here and just get that little bit of bonus here, as it does help out quite a bit. Another unit that I want to throw your way that would potentially help a lot of people out there, if I can find it, is going to be Bailgar. Bailgar is a unit that you guys generally build, right, for BJ5, and a lot of you guys might not be able to utilize it because you don't have either a certain amount of effective HP or a certain amount of attack or a certain amount of critical rate or critical damage. As you can see right now, my Bailgar is pretty bad considering what I should have as long as we've been playing here, but units like this, bringing in that attack here, that's really going to help me improve my damage here. And actually, funny enough, between this one and this one here, obviously I got a defense flat right now, right? So that's not super great, but you guys know why I have this one. The skill 3 there, crit damage, that's why we got this one in. And between these 2 improvements here, I was actually able to improve my damage by about 3,300 damage here. So imagine getting a rune like, getting an artifact like this where we get the skill 3 crit damage and I actually get a flat attack stat on that I can go ahead and max out for plus 100. That's going to help me out quite a bit here and make it a little bit easier for me to utilize, different units or maybe different leader skills. For some of you guys that have been playing the BJ5 for a long time, a lot of you, run maybe a high critical rate leader skill plus 2 attack leads, all right, to go ahead and guarantee that stuff. But of course, a unit like me that has low amount of critical rate here, I have to rely on 2 critical rates plus the attack to get the job done here. Now, obviously, it would be really, really nice if I had a little bit more critical rate, but again, just getting those artifacts and helping out that damage allows me to play around with my runes and maybe make some fine tuning to improve other stuff to improve my overall damage for this one. So again, those are 2 units that we could throw out here. You can make an argument for bulldozer or copper, right? Again, you might look at a copper and look at my ones here. These are not really good at all. If I had 2 defense plats, I would definitely put it on. But as you can see right here, the substats are obviously really nice, right? The 11% damage from the improvement here. But if I had the choice that, like, maybe I didn't have these perfect stats here, but I had 2 wind artifact and a defense artifact that actually had defense flat, I might make the argument to level it up all the way so I can get a little bit of improvement, especially if my copper is one of those coppers that are always missing a little bit of damage here when we're trying to snipe units here in Guild Wars or Siege. So again, is it the right thing to do? It's all relative to your account here, but I want to throw it out there because I know there's a lot of people out there that are like, hey, I've been leveling up my artifacts and I know that they cost a lot, so I'm just going to wait for the perfect one and then invest heavily into it. When you guys can definitely take advantage of some of these artifacts that you've been collecting right now, make the necessary improvements to overall speed up your runs for PvP or be able to guarantee you some of those kills in PvP and actually would be able to just basically overall benefit your account as you collect more artifacts here. So that's what I wanted to leave you guys. If that little tip actually helped you out in any way, shape, or form, do what you all do best here. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you guys a little bit this week. I'll go ahead and put out, I think I got a DB12 team that I want to showcase. And then hopefully I'll be able to connect with the YouTuber. I'm not going to knock the name right now, but we got a couple of collab videos coming up here in the next few weeks that I'll be dropping here later this week. Okay, so once again, guys, thank you all so much for your support. It's your boy Childish, your ChildishPlays checking out. Take care, and we will see you all in the next one. I'm out.